If you're 65 to 80 and can't steal the right way, you're a rare breed destined to live to 100. Elderly wisdom. Lessons first. Pace over perfection. Those who make it to 80 with their spirits still intact didn't get there by racing through life. They've learned that rushing leads to mistakes, stress, and missed moments. The world might celebrate speed, fast money, fast fame, fast results, but wisdom knows better. Life isn't a sprint. It's a winding road with hills, valleys, and unexpected turns. The ones who last are the ones who walk it with intention. They understand that consistency beats intensity. You don't have to do everything at once. You just have to keep showing up. While others burn out trying to be everything to everyone, the wise choose their pace. They prioritize peace over pressure, progress over perfection. And when setbacks come, and they always do, they don't panic, they adjust, they breathe. They keep moving forward without the need to be flawless. That's the secret. Not in being the fastest, but in staying the course, day by day, step by step. It's not about how quickly you get there. It's about making it there with your soul still whole. That's the kind of quiet strength you only earn over time. Lessons 2. Rest is a skill. The ones who've lived through decades of storms know something most people forget. Rest is not weakness, it's wisdom. While the world glorifies hustle and grind, they've learned that recovery is what keeps you going when the hard times hit. You don't survive wars, losses, heartbreak, and change by burning yourself out. You survive by knowing when to pause. They nap like it's an art. They sit still without feeling lazy. They can close their eyes and not carry guilt with them into sleep. That's a rare strength, to be able to rest fully, deeply, and unapologetically. Because they've earned it. They understand that the body and the mind are not machines. And when you push too long without rest, things start to break. But if you honor the quiet moments, if you treat rest like a ritual, you last longer. You heal stronger. Rest is how they've kept going when others couldn't. It's how they're still here, with clear eyes and a steady heart. That's the kind of strength that doesn't come from muscles. It comes from knowing yourself. So if you see them sleeping in the sun, don't mistake it for idleness. That's survival in its purest form. Lessons 3. Hardship is just a chapter. The elders who've made it this far didn't do so by avoiding pain. They lived through it. They've buried people they loved with all their heart, watched homes fall apart, families splinter, bodies break down. They've faced illness, grief, and more nights of uncertainty than most will ever know. And yet, they're still standing. But here's the difference. They never let pain write the whole story. They may have wept, but they never gave up. They know that hardship is a chapter, not the whole book. Just a storm that passes, not the definition of who they are. They carry their scars with quiet pride. Not because they enjoy the pain, but because they've survived it. They don't pretend it didn't happen. They just refuse to be consumed by it. That's a rare kind of strength. The kind that bends but doesn't break. The kind that whispers, "This too shall pass," even when everything hurts. They've lived long enough to know that joy comes back. Sunlight always follows shadow. So when you meet someone older who smiles with their whole face, understand that smile is hard-won. It came through fire and chose to keep glowing. Lessons 4. Talk less, listen more. With age comes the realization that not every opinion needs to be voiced, and not every battle is worth fighting. The ones who've lived long and well have learned the quiet power of silence. They don't interrupt to prove a point. They don't need to win every argument. Why? Because they've seen what pride can cost, and they've learned that peace is often the better prize. They understand that truly listening, without waiting to respond, is rare. Most people hear to reply, not to understand. But the wise ones, they listen with their eyes, their heart, and their full attention. They know the weight of words and the strength of restraint. Sometimes silence says more than 100 clever comebacks. They've sat through family fights, political debates, and life or death conversations. And what they remember most isn't who won, but who listened, who cared enough to stay calm, who stayed kind when things got heated. That kind of composure isn't weakness, it's mastery. The kind that comes from knowing yourself, knowing your values, and not needing external validation. So when they speak, people listen, because they don't waste words. And when they're quiet, it's not absence, it's presence. Deep, wise, and intentional. Lessons 5. Laugh like it's medicine. By the time you've made it to 70 or 80, you've cried your fair share of tears. Maybe more. You've lost people you thought you couldn't live without. You've seen plans fall apart, health fade, and time slip through your fingers. But somehow the ones who keep going, the rare, resilient few, still find a reason to laugh. And not the polite, filtered kind of laugh. The deep, belly-shaking kind that feels like a release, like an act of rebellion. Because when you've lived through enough pain, joy becomes a choice, a powerful one, a middle finger to everything that tried to break you. They laugh at the things younger people stress over, the delays, the disappointments, the detours. Because they know that life rarely goes as planned, and that's okay. They've learned to hold things loosely, to let go faster, and to find humor even in chaos. Their laughter isn't naive, it's earned. It's layered with sorrow, survival, and wisdom. It doesn't mean life was easy. It means they made it through, and chose to laugh anyway. So when you hear an elder laugh loud and unapologetically, know this: that's not just joy, that's medicine, and it's healing everyone in the room. Conclusion. In conclusion, the wisdom of those aged 65 to 80 reveals that strength lies in pace, rest, resilience, listening, and laughter. Their experiences teach us that life's challenges don't define us, how we respond does. Embrace these lessons, and you too can live with purpose, joy, and grace.